Hi, we're going to make some shortbread today, and I'm going to talk you through the recipe, and it's quite straightforward, and it just involves a little bit of preparation to get perfect shortbread biscuits. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our sugar, 100 grams of caster sugar, into a bowl, and then we're going to add our butter, and we've got 225 grams of butter. Now this is soft butter, so it's been left out so that it softens, which is really, really crucial for the next stage. And what we're going to do is we're going to blend the butter and the sugar together, and this is where it gets a bit messy. Now the softer the butter, the better. Otherwise butter and sugar fly everywhere. Okay, so we've combined our sugar and our butter together, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add our flour, plain flour. Now we've sieved our flour, then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, so we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and then we're going to add a pinch of salt. We're going to add some salt. Okay, and what we're going to do then is we're going to bring all that together. So first of all, we just do a little whisk. Okay, and then this is what we're going to use your hands. So we're then going to get our hands in there, and what we want to try and do is bring that together as a dough. So hopefully you've been following along with all the videos. This is week 9, so we've got this week, and then we've got one more set of recipes for you to follow along with. Okay, so you're going to bring this together, so you get your hand in there, scrunch all the butter into that, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a really, really fantastic dough. Okay. So we keep squidging it together. Now the butter will bind it all together. You get your hands in there. This is quite a good workout. Okay. So it's coming off our fingers. Okay. And then you get it round. It doesn't take very long. Okay. And we mould it into a circle here, a big football. Okay, now we're not going to turn that straight away into our shortbread biscuits, because what we need to do is we're going to put that in the fridge to chill for 10 minutes. And that will make it easier for when we're doing the next stage. So we're going to put that in the fridge for 10 minutes. And here is one I made earlier. So this has been in the fridge for 10 minutes. And it's nice and cool. Okay, I'm going to just give my hands a quick squeeze. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take we're going to roll out our dough. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is to put a little bit of flour on our surface. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to make our biscuits out of this. So I'm going to use a rolling pin. No, I'm not. I'm going to find the rolling pin first. Okay, so we haven't got a rolling pin, so I'm not going to use it. I'll show you without the rolling pin. So we're going to press out our dough, and you'll see that if you have got a rolling pin, it would be a lot easier. Okay, and we want to keep them about 1 centimetre thick. Okay, so about 1 centimetre thick. So these are going to make really, really delicious biscuits. And all we're going to do is we're going to slice down through our mixture. So I'm going to make some perfect finger-shaped biscuits here. We're going to use all this mixture up. Okay, and what we're going to do is onto a tray that we've covered with a bit of flour. Is all we're going to do is we're going to chop up our biscuits. Now they are going to expand a bit when we put them in the oven, so you don't want to put them too close. So these are just like the ones you buy in the shop. I'm going to use a fork just to give them perfect appearance. Okay, we're going to carry on doing this through our mixture. So these are going to make delicious shortbread. Do our little fork pricks on here. Okay, and then with the mixture which we haven't used, we're just going to scrunch it all up together again, put it back into a ball. Now if you do it, you can roll it out straight away, but it tends to crumble. It's not as easy to kind of manoeuvre. So you don't really need a rolling pin, as I'm showing you. Okay, so I'm going to chop these up again. I'm going to keep doing it, keep making some finger-like biscuits here. Okay, you can make them a bit thinner if you want, but these are going to make really delicious, tasty biscuits. Now, you've got to keep them apart just a little bit because they will grow when they're in the oven. There we go. Put these ones out. And then these need to be cooked in the oven, 180 degrees C, for about 15 minutes. They don't take too long. And when they come out of the oven, they're still quite soft. And then when you take them out of the oven, they go hard, and then you can eat them straight away. And they will last for about 5 days, these biscuits. So they will last quite a while. But they didn't last very long in my house because they were eaten within about 10 minutes of coming out of the oven. So I haven't got any which I can show you which we've already cooked because they were eaten very, very quickly. Okay, so these biscuits are going to go in the oven. And this is a really simple shortbread recipe. And what you can do, which I tend to do, is with some sugar, just a little bit of caster sugar. This just gives them a nice little topping. Is I just sprinkle a little bit of caster sugar over the top. They're very sweet anyway, but this just gives them a little tiny topping. And then they need to go in the oven for 15 minutes, 180 degrees C, and then they will come out absolutely delicious and very tasty. Enjoy, follow the recipe, get cooking, get baking,